This is the third problem from Objective 1. The graph below shows John's weekly earnings as a function of his total weekly merchandise sales. Which is the closest to John's total earnings if he sells $650 of merchandise in 1 week? Here's my graph. On the x-axis we have his weekly sales, and the y-axis is his earnings. Looking at this, every other one increases by 100, so each mark here represents $50 in sales. And we're looking for 650, and we can see that is off the graph. Taking a look at the earnings, every other mark is labeled and they go up $40. So each unit here, or each mark on the graph, goes up 20. This little guy, the squiggly line here, just indicates that this isn't, there's some left out. We didn't go from 100 to 80 set to 60 and so on. They took some of them out. So when John has no sales and his weekly sales is then 0, you can see that he gets $120. This is our initial point. So this is a straight line, so we know it's going to be in the form y equals mx plus b. And we know that b is the y-intercept, so that's 120, so we can go ahead and put that in. And we know we're going to have something times x, and that's our slope. And then we'll have our y. So let's figure out the slope. We need to figure out 2 points that are easy to use, and there's a good one. Here's one. We don't want to use this one because it's in the middle. Excuse me. But you can see we have several good points to choose from. I just need to find my rise and my run. So here, my rise, I'm going up 1 unit, which represents $20. And my run is 2, which represents $100 in sales. So my slope is 20 over 100. Now let's just simplify that. 20 over 100. Let me get the calculator. 20 divided by 100 is 2/10 as a decimal, or if you want to change it to fraction, remember you just do math, convert to fraction, and that's 1/5. We like slope to be as a fraction, so we'll just leave it 1/5. Okay, so now we have an equation. We can put that in the calculator and just find out what his salary would be. So we'll go to y equals, and we want 1/5 x plus 120. And we'll graph that. Oh, and it's finished, but I don't see anything because it's off. It's out here somewhere where we can't see. If we look up here at our y max, and we can do that by looking at window, our y max is just 10, and we know that we start here at 120 on the y-axis. So there's several things we can do. We can change it here, or we can just go to the zoom button and zoom out, which that's what I'm going to do. Still nothing, so I'm going to do it again. Whoops. Well, let's see where we are on our window. Oh, our y max is at 40. Let's just change it to 200. And we'll change our y minimum. That's at the bottom, we can just have that as 0. And our X max looks like we need at least 650, so we'll do that. We'll put 0 for our X minimum and 700. Now you can see we are just looking at the first quadrant. Of course, we don't have any marks on here. To get the marks in there, that's our X scale. We could set it, remember our X scale we said was 50 and our Y scale was 20. And now you'll get those marks. Now, not much we can tell here. We could trace again like we did before. When X is 350, Y is 190, and so on. We could do like that. Or better yet, let's go to the table. But here we have a problem too, because we want X to be 650, and that's a lot of scrolling. But there's a way to set the table where we want. Right here it says table set. So I do second table set, and this is table start. Let's start at 650. This little triangle means delta table or change in table. This says it's going up by 1. Let's just have it go up by 50. And now let's look at the table. Sure enough, we're at 650. And these all go up by 50. And looking at 650, I can see the salary is 250. Right here. And I could easily solve it right here in the equation. 1/5 times 650 plus 120. Let's bring back the calculator. So 1/5 times 650 plus 120. 250, just like the table said. Now let's reset our table so that things are back to normal for the next time. We'll start at 0 and we'll have the table go up by 1. And let's reset our zoom to what we're used to. And you'll see right here at 6 it says Z standard. That's zoom to standard, so that's what we'll do. And things are back to normal. Okay. So with the calculator, things are definitely easier.